You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, CBS soap opera fans. This is Soap Dirt on YouTube, and we have got a special edition of Young and the Restless spoilers. This is official CBS soap spoilers for May sweeps for Y&R. We're going to dig into that right now. There are 8 big boiling topics to talk about. But first, if you haven't already clicked that subscribe button, click it below so you get all of your latest Y&R spoilers direct to you from Soap Dirt on YouTube. Now, the first thing we want to talk about is Ashley and Tucker. Tucker is staying at the Abbott mansion, and of course, he wants to try and win Ashley over. He wants another chance with her, but part of why she has moved him in is to aggravate Jack, and so she is trying to figure out what are her true feelings for Tucker. The problem is she doesn't have all the information she needs. Viewers know that Tucker has been unfaithful since he came back to Y&R. Since he came back to Genoa City, he has been off and on with Audra Charles. He's also hit on a couple of other women for sex, and the guy is just the same old horn dog that he always was. And so we have to really suspect what is going on there. And with everything going on with Phyllis's fake death and all that, there's already so much tension among the Abbotts, and Tucker's presence is just going to aggravate everything. Vicky, Nate, and Elena. Let's talk about this. Heading into the beginning of May sweeps, Victoria has Nate out of town, and then she has him in her bed. Meanwhile, back in Genoa City, Elena has a talk with Audra, and Elena naively tells her that she thinks she and Nate are at a really good place and that he's about to take her on a vacation. And Audra tells her, yeah, he's trying to make nice with you because he's out of town, probably sleeping with his boss right now. She doesn't say it quite like that, and she does offer an excuse of maybe it's innocent, but he definitely lied to you because Nate told her that he was going alone and he didn't wait a minute to hop in bed with his boss. And so Elena is going to decide she is going to hit back, and she brings JT to town. Hopefully they're going to have a conversation next week, but it's not clear if she'll be able to get him here. Also on this front, Victor finds out that Victoria is sleeping with Nate, and he grills Nate to find out what he's up to. Nick is certain that Nate is working some sort of angle, and then there's a bunch of other fallout as other people find out that Nate and Victoria are sleeping together. Victor and Nikki are very concerned about kids in their lives. Nikki is upset about Nick being involved with Sally. She's also upset about Victoria being involved with Nate. She doesn't think either of them are making very good choices, and it concerns her. Meanwhile, Victor wants Sally Spectra out of both of his sons' lives, and we predicted that he was going to do something like this. We did a video about it the other day. Check out our Y&R playlist if you want to see it, about Victor coming at Sally. And this is one of the things we suspected that he would do, because he doesn't want to give up that Newman grandchild. He is going to offer Sally a big fat paycheck to leave town and leave the baby with Adam. And of course, that's going to go over like a lead balloon when both Adam and Nick find out about it. And Victor might find himself in serious hot water over what he's demanding from Sally. Meanwhile, we're going to see movement in the Diane, Jack, and Phyllis storyline. Phyllis is continuing to play dirty. What she should do is come forward, come clean, throw herself on the mercy of the court, say that Jeremy Stark attacked her and that she had to kill him in self-defense, and just come clean and say that, you know, it was his plot and she got swept up in it. That way, Diane isn't charged with it, but it looks like Phyllis is not going to let up, and she may stay hidden, and that means that Diane is at risk to stay behind bars. Meanwhile, Jack is very worried about Diane. She's very pessimistic and she feels fatalistic, and he wants to marry her right now while she's still in jail, but it looks like that Jack and Michael cross lines to make things happen for her, and Diane will be out of jail next week. It's not clear if the charges have been dropped or she's just out on bail, but we will see. see, and she's back home to the Abbott mansion, and that should make everything so much more awkward there. We're also going to see some issues between Summer and Kyle, and that's all down to her mother Phyllis's lies. Her mom's feud with his mom continues to keep pulling them apart, and the thing is now that Summer knows her mother is alive, she should come forward. She should tell Kyle, she should tell Jack, she should tell the police so that Diane can be released from jail. But she's not doing that, and the longer that it goes where she doesn't do that, the more problematic it becomes with Kyle, because there is no way for her to defend leaving his mother in jail when she knows that her mother was running a con. The cops keep looking into all of this. They want justice for Phyllis, but once they find out she's alive, it's just going to blow up, and no doubt it's going to blow up during May sweeps. We're also going to see action with Billy and Chelsea. Their romance keeps building. They just made love the other day, and we are still wondering if they might consider writing Melissa Claire Egan's pregnancy into the storyline, and they might make Chelsea pregnant. We'll have to wait and see, since she is baby bumping in real life. She and Billy seem to be doing really well, and it looks like things are going to keep building for them during May sweeps. We're also going to see Daniel leaning on Lily as he's got more stress about his mother. We're going to see Summer coming to him to tell him more about their mother still being alive. She already tried to tell him once, and he thought she was being hysterical and blew her off. So maybe the next time she comes to him in May sweeps, he'll actually listen. We're also going to see that Nick finds himself in a predicament where he has to basically choose the needs of pregnant Sally versus the needs of Sharon. Sharon is going to be facing some kind of crisis. So we are wondering, because of the official spoiler says it's a threat from the past, and something from her past that of course was a huge threat was her cancer. So is it going to be a person who's an actual threat, or is it going to be a medical crisis? Either way, it looks like Nick has got to devote more time to Sharon, and that means he's going to be neglecting Sally, who is pregnant and needs the support of her boyfriend. Lucky for Sally, Adam Newman is waiting in the wings. He wants to be with Sally, and if him being there for her serves to make Nick look bad, then that's even better. So we'll have to keep watching, because Sharon has been getting closer to Chance, but then if they pull Nick back into her orbit, that's going to change the whole dynamic. Finally, we have got Devon and Lily celebrating Neil Winters. They just did the Neil Winters Jazz Lounge at the GCAC, and they're going to have another memorial event, and we are going to see Malcolm Winters and also Harmony back for this. And when Devon's mom and Malcolm are back, then Devon is going to think about a big decision for his future. I'm wondering if he is going to pose to Abby, or if this is something on the work front. Meanwhile, since Tucker is staying in town, he's going to try to get closer to Devon and win back his trust. We'll see how that goes. If you haven't already clicked subscribe, click that button now so you get all of the latest Young and the Restless spoilers and updates right here from Soap Dirt on YouTube. And we're going to give you a quick summary now of May sweeps on Y&R. We've got Billy and Chelsea getting closer. We've got Daniel leaning on Lily. We've got Devon making a big decision as family comes back to town. We've got Summer and Kyle possibly hitting the skids because this mom feud boils over. We've got Ashley using Tucker to annoy her family. We've got Sharon leaning on Nick and Sally leaning on Adam. We've got Phyllis continuing to try and get revenge even though she's in trouble and on the wrong side of the 8-ball. And we've got Diane and Jack getting a new lease when she gets out of jail. We've also got Victor and Nikki worrying about their kids and making deals and manipulations for what they think is best for them. And we are going to see Vicky and Nate busted for cheating and Elena plotting payback.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.